first grade. There you are. It's Miss Aycock. I've been looking for you. You've been in the classroom waiting for me? Well, I've been outside. I have been looking at our environment and I have been thinking about all of the things we talked about yesterday. We were talking about plants and we were talking about animals and we were talking about all of the things that, yes, that they need, Isabella. Awesome. So I was wondering, do, yes, plants need soil, plants need water, plants need love. Very good, Logan. Yes, we need cats. Yes, they need shelter. Lions, yes. They need their moms to take care of them if they're cubs. So we're thinking about all of those things that plants and animals have in common. And I was wondering, do you think they have the same needs? Like, does this plant down here have the same needs as my neighbor's dog that I saw a minute ago? Some people say yes, some people say no. Well, let me share my screen and let's think about what our lesson is about today. So we are talking about plants and animals and we're talking about basic needs. And for life science, we are thinking about all the things that plants need and all the things that animals need, right? So as we think about those things, Miss Aycock had some flowers delivered to her the other day, and they looked like this. And then after a while, the flowers started to look like this. So we know that those flowers were picked, right? And they're not in the soil, and we know that they need water, and they only last so long, like in a vase, right? And we know that they have basic needs. Yes, and if a flower is growing in the ground, in the soil, very good. It would need different kinds of trees, just like plants and bushes and things like that are around Miss Aycock right now. And then I told you a minute ago, my neighbor was walking their dog, and I noticed that those dogs, actually they have 3 dogs. So one of them, Rita on the left, was really thirsty. And when Rita's brother and sister came along, we noticed that they needed some water. So we know that plants have needs and we know have animals have needs, right? Well, for our SWABOT today, everybody say SWABOT, and everybody repeat back. Students will be able to. We're going to turn that into our I can statement in a minute. Ask questions to compare and contrast the basic needs of plants and animals. And we also refer to plants and animals as organisms. So for our lesson today, everybody repeat back. Let's turn that SWABOT into a kid-friendly statement. Here we go. I can ask questions to tell how basic needs of plants and animals are similar and different. Awesome. And then the words we're using are compare and contrast. So Ian, if you looked at Ivan and you looked at each other, do you have the same hair? No, different color. One's longer, one's shorter. And could you be the same in one way, in some way? Yeah, you're both boys, right? Okay, awesome. So we're going to think about that learning target, our SWABOT, and our I can statement. And we're going to think about all the vocabulary words that we talked about yesterday. So we're going to remember that things are living things, what they need. They grow, they change, they reproduce. And now we're going to look at similarities and differences. So we're going to look at the hen that's on the left. Very good, Chloe. And we're going to look at the plant that's on the right, and that's an arugula plant. And when we look at these plants, yes, Cedric, the plant is growing in soil, very good. And yes, the hen is sitting on eggs. Awesome. So we're going to look to see how they're similar and how they're different. So we're going to watch a video about the hen, and I want you to pay close attention to the basic needs of this hen. Awesome. So take a minute, turn and tell your neighbor, turn and tell your partner, and we'll take turns popcorning out. So turn and tell some of the different needs that the hen has. And Miss Acock is going to write them down behind her on our chart. Awesome. Now we're going to look at the plant, the
Redland.farm, our ugly gosling story.
And we are going to look at the needs that the plant might have. And we have a time-lapse plant, so we're going to see it grow really fast. Awesome. So we're going to do another turn and talk. And I want you to think about the basic needs that the plant has. And then we're going to compare and contrast. Awesome. So what did we find out from that? Yeah, we found out that the plant needs soil and water and sunlight. Awesome job, guys. And the hen, yes, the hen needs shelter and a mom to take care of it. And food. Yeah, but yeah, they have similar food. Yes, they have different food. Awesome. So we're going to think about, after we turn and talk with each other, and after we did our turn and talk and our share, we're going to use our Jamboard to record those answers of how things are similar and how things are different. So yesterday, we talked about plants and animals, and we used our Jamboard to shout out the needs of our plants and animals, right? And then today, we're going to add to our Jamboard, and we're going to think about what the hen needs and also what the plant needs. Awesome. So what did the hen need? The hen needed food. The hen needed shelter. The hen needed its mom, maybe to take care of it, right? Needs water. Yeah, and care. So maybe people are helping if they're on a farm, right? Okay, awesome. And now let's think about what the plant needs, and that's an arugula plant. And let's think about what it needs. What did you notice about the plant? Awesome. I saw soil, water. Good job. You guys keep shouting out. Sunlight. Very good. And anything else? And then space. We did mention space. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more. Awesome. So we're going to keep our chart here, and we're going to keep adding to this chart as we go. But now I want you to look at our graphic organizer that we're going to use today. And this graphic organizer is going to help us sort the similarities and differences between the hen and the arugula plant. Arugula plant. I think I was getting tongue-tied. I really do know what arugula is, but getting tongue-tied here. So we have the hen on one side and we have the plant on the other side, right? So what are some things that are just things that the hen needs? Yeah, we're going to put that on that side, right? Because we did a Venn diagram last week about things that were living and non-living. Very good. Yes, and everything that the plant needs is going to go on the right side next to the plant. Awesome. Yes, very good. And things that they both need. Very good, Miguel. Things that they both need are going to go in the middle. Awesome sauce. All right, so let's take a minute and let's fill out the things that just the hens need and things that just the plant need. All right, guys. So we have finished with our comparison and our compare and contrast activity, comparing our hen to our plant. We're making an anchor chart, and we're creating a Venn diagram to help us with a graphic to be able to tell the difference of the needs between the plants and the animals. We worked with turn-in talks. We'll go into breakout rooms when Ms. Partridge comes in with us a little bit later. Now, I want us to reflect a minute. So we're going to go to Whiteboard, and I'm going to put the link. We're going to go to Whiteboard FI. I'm going to put the link in the chat, and I want you to click on it, and we're going to start like a reflection page. So I want you guys to think about Miss Acock modeled for you and I gave you some information on plants and animals and how needs are similar and different, right? And then we got into our discussion with each other with our turn and talks and our think, pair, shares and our breakout rooms. And you came up with a lot of information on your own. So now we're going to work on this together. So remember, the I do it, we do it, you do it. Yeah, so this is our gradual release part. So we're going to go to whiteboard. I'm going to open it up. We're going to draw the picture of our hen and our plant, and we're going to think about the similarities and differences. Awesome job. You guys did a fabulous job, and I love showcasing everybody's writing. So now we're going to stop and we're going to check for understanding, because we need to go back and we need to make sure that we understand our target, our learning goal. Very good. We understand that SWOT. And we want to be able to ask questions and also tell about, as we're comparing and contrasting, very good, the basic needs of plants and animals. So Ms. Acock is going to give you a link to Nearpod, and you're going to go onto Nearpod and you're going to complete this activity. So I'm going to take a minute to explain it. So red group, green group, yellow group, you're going to have some different instructions. So green group, we're all going to do this activity. And then when we get to our Venn diagram, I want green group to show me one thing that you can compare with plants and animals and try to find something both in the middle. Very good. And then I want my yellow group to show me, my green group show me 3, my yellow group show me 2, and my red group show me 1. Awesome. So we're going to match, the directions are here. We're going to match the living things here, which is going to be like our assessment, right? Like our CFA, very good. And then we're going to fill out the Venn diagram. Awesome. Okay, boys and girls, you did a fabulous job in Nearpod. So now Ms. Acock is going to close out our lesson. Today we talked about plants and animals, and we talked about how they're similar and how they're different, and we compared and contrasted our plants and animals, and we found out that they have some of the same needs, but then they also have different needs, as living things do. So as we close the lesson out, we're going to think about these debrief questions, and that's going to be our exit ticket. And we're going to talk about some of the things that we learned. So the first question, how do you know plants and animals have basic needs? Awesome, because they all need certain things to survive. Very good. What about plants and animals? Do you think they have different needs? Yes, we found out through our discovery that those plants and animals have different needs. Awesome job, guys. Good job with the debrief question. So now, as we close the lesson, I'm going to give you an extension activity, and I'm going to send you this as a link, and you're going to be able to go on to Raz Kids, and you're going to be able to choose the book of your choice, and you're going to either choose a level B, a level D, or a level E, as we're all on different reading levels, and that's okay. And I want you to think a little further today about how plants and animals have similar yet different needs, and I want you to dig a little further. And you can also go outside with a grown-up. I'll send that message out to your parents. I'll shoot that out to them. And I want you to explore a little bit more outdoors as well. Another activity you could do, you can actually go onto Seesaw. You can upload a video for Ms. Acock. And you can also go to our online voice recorder. And you can also record your voice and tell Ms. Acock about living things and what plants need, what animals need, what each of those things need in order to survive, and also how they're similar and different. Awesome job, first grade. I'm very proud of you guys, and I'm really excited about tomorrow's activity. I'll see you outside again tomorrow for